My husband cheated on me with our childhood best friend. I'm just going to come right out with it. My husband is bisexual. About 6 months ago he sat me down and told me. Of course the first thing that popped into my head was our sex life. It's really pretty amazing, so needless to say I was shocked. My husband, the former high school jock, was having sex with other men. He went on to explain that he loved me, that this wasn't something that he did regularly. It was only when he had a few drinks too many, which was rare, and that he hoped I would continue to talk to him and not rush into a divorce. He then went on to tell me that it was usually with one man who happened to be a childhood friend of ours. It took me some time to get over the shock obviously, but I love my husband. I have known him almost my entire life. Our families have been friends for years, and I just couldn't imagine my life without him. So I turned a blind eye. I can say that honestly I have no idea when he does this. He's home every night, aside from when he has to travel, and our life seems normal. We have talked about starting a family soon and his face lights up when we talk about our future. 2 weeks ago, our friend ended up being kicked out of his place and my husband asked if it would be okay if he stayed with us for a few days until he figured things out and found another place to live. I allowed it with some boundaries for them. Surprisingly, it had been pretty normal. Nothing that seemed flirty. It was just like old times when we used to hang out together. Everything was fine until last Saturday night. We had a party with some friends. There was quite a bit alcohol. My husband had a few too many and went to bed earlier. I walked our last guests out and went to our bathroom to get ready for bed. As I walked into our bedroom, there was my husband bent over in dog with our friend over him. I stood there for a full minute before I came to my senses. I ended up just walking away and crying myself to sleep in the guest room. The next morning my husband came down to the kitchen looking sad. He couldn't stop apologizing, said he couldn't imagine how I felt and that he loves me no matter what. He said it was because he was drunk. Our friend left to find somewhere else to stay. I told hubby I needed some space and he went for a drive. I went upstairs and removed all the bedding from our bed and just started crying all over again. While my husband was gone I packed up his bags. He got home and I kicked him out for good. Since then I have received numerous attacking messages from his family and friends calling me homophobic because I wouldn't stay with him and let him cheat on me. To chuck a spanner in the works, yesterday I found out I'm 6 weeks pregnant. Yes, it's 100% his. Worried. Comments. So sorry this happened to you. Easier said than done, but don't let him back in. File for divorce if that's what you are contemplating. The fact that he did it behind your back is bad enough. But doing it in your home, whilst you are there? Drunk or not, he has no respect for you and your marriage. And the fact his family are supporting him by abusing you? No. Get out while you can. How long have you been married for? Seems your family's friendship was only important to you. Don't take their abuse. I'd also? Why this guy suddenly needed to a place to stay? Sounds more like a plan he and your STBX put together. I mean, he seemed to find a place to go on the drop of a dime after catching them. Probably right back to where he supposedly had to leave. He cheated on you. Had he cheated with a woman, would his family consider you heterophobic? His family is as selfish and disgusting as he is. Divorce him and go as NC as possible. You deserve a partner who can give you their whole heart and be wholly trustworthy. You're divorcing him for going outside your marriage for sexual purposes. He's a cheat. I'm so sorry that happened to you. You deserve so much better. And all the people that call you homophobic are really toxic and don't understand that sleeping with the same gender while in a relationship, marriage, is still cheating. I'm very proud that you kicked him out because I know it wasn't easy, and I hope you file for divorce. You're doing yourself and your child a favor in the future. And you can still talk about everything that involves your child, but first you need to do what's best for you. Smiley face. Less than 3. I'm bi, but cheating is cheating. Tell his family and friends that other gays think he's wrong. Just because I like either gender doesn't mean I'll disrespect a partner in this way. It doesn't matter what gender the other person is. He is in a relationship with you and cheated on you by not telling you in the first place. It's hard coming out to people, but the person you're in a married relationship with deserves to know. It's different if both parties agreed that having sex outside the marriage is okay, but he didn't even give you the option to do that. He just did it and then told you after the fact. Do yourself a favor and get a divorce. Be bisexual doesn't mean that he can cheat on you. Doesn't matter if is men or women. Cheat is cheat. You can't been with someone that doesn't respect you and you as his wife. You can't been with someone that don't make you his priority. Alcohol was just an excuse. You need to figure out how you gonna do with your baby. Think about you and your little one, your future baby and his future. But do you want to be connect with this person all your life? Do you want this person be the father of your baby? Do you want your baby be part of his family? Run. Run away from this toxic environment. He will cheat on you always. Looks a bit narcissist person. You have done the first step. Show to us that you are strong. Leave him and everything that is related to him. Think about you and your future. I wish you all the best. XX. Does your friends and husband's family know he's bi or that you caught him with friend? Or do they think you threw friend out only because he's gay, and you and your husband are having problems because you fought over throwing gay friend out? If they're blowing your phone up, who knows what they've heard? It would probably be worth your while to ask a trusted friend what rumors are going around. At the beginning of this I thought maybe your husband was closeted, not an excuse for him to cheat. But if his family are okay with him seeing men, then he's just an absolute selfish bastard. You don't need him in your life. You deserve someone who's going to be loyal to you 100%, where you don't have to worry if your husband is seeing other people on the side. Honestly, I'd get tested as well, because if he's not using protection with you, who knows if he's using it with other people. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to say how sorry I am and how strong you truly are. You can still be a parent. You don't need to be married, Toto that. But whatever you do, whether it's stay with him or not, you have a baby to think about now, and your happiness. That baby will feel everything you're feeling, and you just need to make sure you're doing what makes you happy and to stay happy and healthy. Good luck, mama. Good luck to you. You're stronger than I could be. Heart. I mean, you basically married a homosexual who covered up his true nature. Then I ride you horny with his friend. Him being passive. Now you are the bad guy in this decadent Western society. Why did you marry a bisexual man? It doesn't seem like you are. For that there are enough heterosexual men. Statistics say that LGBTQIA people are quite unmonogamous. Although nowadays, no one is. Why do you keep talking to his family and those things you call friends? Stand firm, woman. This is where you have to empower yourself. You were literally cheated out of your marriage, and the society you were raised in cheated on you too. See a psychologist and a lawyer, urgent. Surround yourself with those who love you and defend you. P.S. Don't worry about disgusting cancel culture. You can no longer talk or discuss freely. The funny thing is that they rant about the Chinese and the Russians. You have a long road ahead of you. Are you keeping the kid? If so, you need to tell him and his family. Tell him you will divorce him. He will either give up parental rights or pay child support. If his family want anything to do with his kid, they will stop the harassment now. If they violate your wishes, block them from your life. Talk to a lawyer and start divorce, and ask about a no-contact order for the family. If it is possible to get a no-contact order, they could be arrested if they keep contacting you. Only let him know you are pregnant, nothing else. Any other communication should be through you lawyer. If he shows up at your home, tell him to leave. If he don't, call the police. But by not means ever talk to him without your lawyer or a trusted witness. Might get a voice recorder to document any conversation with him. And get cameras to put in your home. You're about to turn this world upside down. You need to protect yourself from him and his family. If they are willing to harass you, they may be willing to take it further. Change your locks, put up motion lights, talk to neighbors so they know what's going on. It is unambiguously cheating. Your husband wants both relationships, and having the friend in your house was too much for him to resist. You said you allowed the friend to stay with you, with boundaries, but those apparently weren't valued by your husband. Being bisexual, or any sexual for that matter, is not an excuse to cheat. You don't share your ages, but it seems like you're in your 20s and your husband wants to have his cake and eat it too. Have you spoken with the friend? I am wondering if he has some more information for you. Like they've been doing this since high school and the friend may be in love with your husband. Shit. Maybe your husband has expressed love to him too. Not that it changes the outcome, but will give you more insight into the situation. If you're moving forward with having a child with your husband and you want to reconcile, you'll need radical honesty and new clear boundaries. Does he get to have a whole relationship with the friend in addition to the one with you? If no reconciliation, figure out in the clearest terms how you will co-parent. He is controlling the narrative with his family and friends. Tell them what happened. The only thing you're guilty of is being naive to have an affair partner stay in your home and trusting your husband to respect your boundaries. Strength to you in whatever you decide to do. You need to divorce. You're also not homophobic, and it is perfectly acceptable to not want to share your husband with another man, and anyone who says otherwise is an enabler and downright evil. I've been in this situation where I was in a relationship with a bi man whom I did not know was bi until way into the relationship. I accepted it when he told me, but I also told him I was monogamous and if he wanted to have sex with other men, he could go be single. He wanted to stay with me, and then I found out he was cheating, so I ended it. I'm not homophobic, I just have standards, and so do you. Co-parent the child if you decide to keep it, but it would be the biggest mistake of your life to stay married. Did you like this Reddit cheating story? Please leave a comment and subscribe to my channel for more